Hi, future teacher, and welcome to lesson number 3 within our government and U.S. history test prep series covering Praxis 5004 to help you get that passing score on test day. Now, by the end of this lesson, you'll have a firm grasp for the people, the documents, and the speeches that were given in order to radically transform our nation. And we're going to end with the responsibilities of citizenship in a democracy. So, without further ado, let's begin. In the United States history, several key documents and speeches have played pivotal roles in shaping our nation's identity and governance. Here are the summaries of some of the most influential ones that you'll want to know for your upcoming exam. The Constitution is the supreme law of the United States, framing the national government structure, powers, and the fundamental rights of you and I, their citizens, us citizens. Now, the Constitution established the system of federalism and the separation of powers across our 3 branches of government. Next up, we also have the Declaration of Independence, which is the document that declared the 13 American colonies independence from British rule. This document was written by Thomas Jefferson, and it articulates the philosophical underpinnings of American democracy. These include the ideas of individual liberty and the right to self-government, stating that all men are created equal. Then in 1863, President Lincoln delivered a brief but profound speech known as the Gettysburg Address at the dictation of the Soldiers' National Cemetery in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Now, this refined the purpose of the war, emphasizing national unity and the struggle for freedom and equality. Next up, we have a series of 85 articles and essays written by Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Ray under the pseudonym Publius, promoting the ratification of the United States Constitution. Now, these powers provided insights and arguments that helped shape the Constitution's interpretation. Next up, let's talk about the Emancipation Proclamation of 1863, which was issued by President Abraham Lincoln. This executive order declared the freedom of all enslaved people in Confederate states that had not returned to Union control. This pivotal wartime measure also allowed African Americans to serve in the Union Army and Navy, altering the war's moral and political stakes. The first 10 amendments to the United States Constitution are made up of the Bill of Rights, and these amendments guarantee essential rights and civil liberties such as the freedom of speech, press, religion, and the rights to due process and fair trials. Delivered during March in Washington, Dr. Martin Luther King spoke and advocated for racial justice and equity, envisioning a future where people would be judged by their character rather than the color of their skin. Each of these documents and speeches has not only defined critical historical moments, but has also continually influenced American legal, political, and cultural landscapes. Their ongoing impact underscores the enduring principles upon which the United States was founded. In a democracy, the rights and responsibilities of citizenship are designed to support a system where governance is conducted by and for the people. These rights ensure citizens can participate fully in the democratic process, while has their own responsibilities in order to ensure that the system functions smoothly and effectively for all of us. One of the fundamental rights of citizens in a democracy is the right to vote in elections. This causes citizens to choose their representatives and voice their opinions on public policies. Citizens have the right to freely express themselves, criticize the government, and share their opinions without fear of censorship or retaliation. Every citizen is guaranteed the right to a fair and public trial, which is critical for maintaining justice and equity under the law. Citizens also have the right to practice any religion or to practice no religion at all. Next up, your exam will want to check that you understand that while voting is a right, it is also a responsibility. Citizens are expected to participate in elections to ensure that the government reflects the will of the people. Now, citizens like you and I, we are responsible for knowing and obeying local, state, and national laws. Compliance helps maintain order and protects the rights and safety of all of us individuals. Then, when called upon, you and I, we can be responsible for serving on juries. This is called jury service. Also, helping to fund public services and infrastructure through our taxes is a part of what we all share. Beyond voting, citizens are encouraged to participate in our local communities through volunteering, attending public meetings, or engaging in other civic activities. Understanding and fulfilling these roles ensures that a democracy remains vibrant, inclusive, and responsive to our needs.